Today's our topic of our discussion is a risk factor for cardiovascular diseases. While studying a risk factor for a cardiovascular diseases, understanding of risk factor is not for the treatment, but it is for the prognosis of the patient. What will be the disease prognosis? When the patient comes to you of a heart disease, if he is having all risk factor with him, that means that disease is going to take a good time for the recovery. So risk factor, I can say with the Ayurvedic terminology, the history taking points as per the Ayurvedic text are equivalent to the risk factors for the cardiovascular given by the modern medicine. Second thing, we can say that the understanding of risk factor for a cardiovascular disease may give a guideline. Yes, this patient is prone for a heart disease. We have to take care of his heart before he gets developed a significant myocardial infection and he come across a significant cardiac event. So we have to think about all risk factors together for a cardiovascular system. So first, there will be two different risk factors. One which will be avoidable, second which will not be avoidable. For in not avoidable cases, you can say that the age you can't avoid, sex you can't avoid. So in such cases, let us think about the age first. According to the history, the age concept says after 80 there are the chances of the myocardial infarction, or else I can say every person is going to die with the failure of cardiovascular only. So every person is a patient of a heart. So risk factor with age goes on increasing, that is a true concept. As the arteries get atherosclerosis plaques inside of them, the arteries get stiffened, so the ischemic heart diseases develops with respect to age. So this is the problem of age with respect to cardiovascular diseases. We have to think, though the patient in front of us is not complaining of any heart element, we have to think for a heart disease. When patient comes to you with a complaint of a skin disease, and if his age is 60, then please think about his cardiovascular system before advising any panchakarma, any treatment. Say for example, the patient coming to you his age is 50, he is having a psoriasis, is coming in front of you. Now as he is not complaining anything with respect to cardiovascular, you are planning a Vaman Chikitsa for that patient. In such cases, we have to evaluate his cardiovascular fitness, as his age is indicating that he might be having cardiovascular problems. So in such cases, what you will do, I will say that every patient should be evaluated with respect to his Bala. We will come to know what is the concept of the Bala in future in incoming lectures. So Bala means the cardiovascular fitness, or else what we can term it as maximum exercise tolerance of the patient. Okay, so concept of Bala we will learn in our coming lectures. During exercise therapy, during stress testing, and during the investigation part for the coronary artery diseases. Over there, the term which is mentioned in Ayurveda called as a Bala, we will think into detail. Okay, right now, again coming back to the risk factors, age is not an avoidable risk factor. So we have to consider it. There is no any sense in a treatment part. Okay. Second thing is a sex. Female has got the coverage from their estrogen due to their menstrual cycles, which covers or which helps the female to get away from the cardiovascular diseases. So estrogen coverage gets off after menopause. So the chances of cardiovascular disorders in female will be equivalent to the male after a menopause. So again, being a male or a female is also not avoidable causes, but still we have to consider that the females are at the same risk with respect to age after a menopause as compared to the male. Okay, so the concept of age and the sex is over. Now we will think for the avoidable risk factors. So in those risk factors, first comes is a diabetes. Second comes is a hypertension, third is a smoking, fourth is a alcohol, fifth is a diet, sixth is a exercise. Out of these, one is remaining, that is a cholesterol. Out of these, we will study in detail with respect to cholesterol, blood pressure and diabetes in our later topics. First of all, we will discuss something about smoking. First of all, smoking has got a very good role. It is a dilator for the coronaries. It is dilator for the vasculature if taken in a smaller amount. But with respect to increase in the dose and the increase in the duration, frequency of consumption, it causes vasoconstriction. Vasoconstriction is the worst thing for the cardiovascular system. because if your vessels in the periphery are in a constricted stage, then your heart has to do more job against to push the blood into that vasculature. So vasoconstriction is the main cause of cardiovascular failure. One great scientist, he was saying that the age of the artery is the age of the person. If your arteries are stiffened, your age is less. If your arteries are elastic, your age is more. So the concept of this elasticity of the arteries, what was the mentioned by the modern scientists, is equivalent to the concept given by the Ayurvedic physicians or the Ayurvedic text. What they say, if we will apply oil to the dry stick and then we will sodate it, that means a hot fermentation will be given to that dry stick, then elasticity again comes into it, dry sticks. So the main treatment to bring back the elasticity is given by the Ayurvedic scientist, that is the oil application followed by the sodation. So again, the age and the status of the arteries and the elasticity of the arteries are the deciding factors for the cardiovascular system. And the smoking causes a worst effect on the vessels, that is the vasoconstriction. Again, the worst effect caused by the nicotine or the smoking is the pulmonary damage. Another effect of the smoking on the cardiovascular system is that cardiovascular system is totally dependent on the pulmonary system. Hence, the smoking, if smoking is affecting the pulmonary vasculature, pulmonary system, then again it has to reply to the heart only. So if your lungs are fired, no use of heart. If your heart is fired, no use of lungs. So smoking affects your lungs worstly. What it causes? It causes a COPD. Likewise, there will be a hypertrophy of the goblet cells and the whole pulmonary vasculature will be in an inflamed state. So in such condition, the ventilation, that means the passing of air from the atmosphere to the lungs, is slightly possible, but the perfusion and the diffusion, that means the perfusion and diffusion. Perfusion stands for blood supply to the lungs and diffusion stands for the uptake of oxygen from the alveoli into the arteries. It gets affected with chronic smoking. What you loses after smoking? You loses your respiratory reserves. As we know that the reserve capacity of the lungs plays a vital role during the emergencies. If you are getting a kidney failure, you are going to get a breathlessness. If you are going to get a fever also, you are going to get a breathlessness. If you are getting a loose motions, you are going to get a breathlessness. So everywhere whensoever there is a acidosis inside of the body, you are going to get a respiratory distress. So what does it mean? Respiratory distress means the lungs are trying to help your system by throwing out the extra acid in your body, and by that it is trying to maintain your balance your pH, that is slightly basic. So this is the job of the lungs which it performs during an emergency. So it is important to take care of your lungs before of that. So risk factor, that is the smoking, it badly affects your lungs, and if your lungs are affected, definitely your bala will be less, and if your bala is less, your cardiovascular is definitely compromised. So now the risk factor for smoking is also gone. What we have to think, though the nicotine, again I am coming back to that smoking point only. You are not advised to stop the smoking of the patient from 20 cigarettes to 0. Just bring it down slightly. As the patient is dependent on the nicotine, so we can't do that thing. Slightly taper it down. And for that thing, the mental training, the effects of the nicotine, you have to explain to your patient. And then it will be possible that patient will leave that bad habit. Let them explain what is the worst effect of nicotine on the heart, what may be the chances of heart attack in future due to this smoking. Explain them in detail by which you can prevent your patient from smoking. Okay. Another one important thing, everyone is aware that the carcinogenic property of that smoking. It is mentioned already on that packet that it may cause a cancer, but still patients are taking. I will suggest you, just show them the pictures of different cancers. I will suggest you, if someone is there in front of you, they are not aware what is a cancer. Just show them what is a picture of the patient before cancer and after cancer. what happens to the body after cancer, how the patient loses the weight, how the patient vomits, or how the patient becomes very much weak after getting affected with the cancer. Tell them the bad effects of the anti-cancer treatment. Tell them the sorrow they have to bear after taking that anti-cancer treatment, or everything which is bad with the cancer. Explain them in detail, or else show them the pictures of it by which you can ask your patient, or you can convince your patient to avoid the bad habit of smoking. So to keep your patient fit with respect to cardiovascular system, please advise your patient to keep away the habit of smoking. So that's over the smoking bad habit. Again, the tobacco, it is being used by all the rural people, but it definitely it also causes harm to the body, but not up to that extent as is caused by the smoking. Because why, in a tobacco consumption, the tobacco enters into your blood circulation, but your at least pulmonary vasculature is at a comfort. Hence, I will not suggest to take a tobacco instead of smoking, but it is slightly bit comfortable than the smoking for the cardiovascular. Again, with respect to tobacco, there are the high chances of cancer as compared to the smoking, as the contact of nicotine is directly to the mucous membrane. So there are high chances of oral cancers in the patient who is consuming tobacco. But in the smoking, there will be less chances of cancer but high chances of cardiovascular diseases. So with respect to cardiovascular, I may say the tobacco is comparatively better than the smoking. Okay, so but still both are bad, we have to avoid them. So the concept of nicotine, as it acts first vasodilator, and in larger doses it acts as a vasoconstrictor, and that is the main thing for the worry with respect to nicotine. Now another concept of alcohol. What is alcohol? Alcohol, it is the thing which is, the researchers are saying, one pack is good for the health per day. And in America or the all European nations, it was spreaded like anything. Everyone was advising the person who was not consuming alcohol, they were advising that person also, you now start red wine, taking one pack per day. But right now, American Heart Association has guided their doctors, their cardiologists, to not to encourage their patients to consume alcohol. As we know, alcohol is not good for the liver. You are having one heart and you are having one liver only. So if you will say like this, one pack is good for my heart, but the same pack might be worst for your liver. We are not aware what is the status of your liver, what is the condition of your liver. So in such cases, the American Heart Association also recommends not to take alcohol, or not to encourage the patient to have alcohol, as it has shown some effects like improving the cardiovascular system with one pack per day. Our scientists, that means Charak, Sushruta, Vagbhat, they have mentioned a number of theories. I would like to say, in a joking, they have mentioned everything with respect to alcohol and the bar also. But in spite of that, Vagbhata says, the thing which affects your thinking power, you should keep away yourself from it. I will say jokingly that if someone is having a drink, what will be the assisted food with it? It will be a sattvic ahar? Definitely no. It will be a tamasic or rajasic ahar, which will be a fried one, and which is going to build up a good lipid load in your body, big carbohydrate load, big calorie load in your body. So I will say, and our scientists also saying, and American Heart Association is also saying, please keep away yourself from alcohol. Though it is good for a heart, it is being proven. But the condition which you are going to take that alcohol is not favorable for your whole body. We are not going to observe the effect on particular system. Ideally, if we are a physician, we have to treat the patient as a whole. If you are a cardiologist, it is not advisable to take care of heart only. If you are having a healthy heart and your liver is out, no use. No one will give you the proteins, because 600 complex mechanisms are running inside of your protein, inside of your liver. If your liver is damaged, we know what is the presentation of jaundice. The bala, rugna bala, the capacity of the patient, or the or the VO2 to max, I will say the capacity or the BAL of the patient is reduces as compared to the cardiovascular worst to the complaints or the problems when it occurs in a liver. You must be knowing that what are the symptoms of the patient who is having a jaundice. It is totally lying down. He is not having any capacity, he is not having a power, he is having a great weakness. We have to understand the importance of the liver, we have to understand the importance of the heart, we have to understand the importance of lungs, kidneys, pancreas, everything. And then we will become a good physician. Our target is to make a good physician. Risk factors are very important for the physicians. Okay. So now the smoking, alcohol and tobacco is over. Another is coming is a hypertension. In the later topic, I would like to discuss with respect to hypertension. So in avoidable risk factors, there is again exercise and the diet. We will discuss with respect to exercise and the diet in later chapters because they are separate chapters for the discussion. We have to think in detail of the exercise and details of the diet also. But the basic is diet and exercise should be balanced with each other. This is the main concept of the diet. Many of the times the concept of diet goes like this, it should be a balanced. But no one knows what to keep in one hanger of that balance and what to keep in another hanger of that balance. I will say you have to keep your food in one hanger and keep your exercise in another hanger, and that should be balanced, and this will be termed as a balanced diet with respect to cardiovascular system.